Blokhaven HARD. Oh man, this was a challenge, not just solving this course, but the video itself. So hole one, there's no back on it. So trying to just get an ace on this, that general roll, like I got that first. But in game, I love this because this helps control the pacing better. But to go to the right of this dot right here, this is going to carry it in a way that, you know, covers that first hill safer, but then that second hill gets a little bank on it that has a chance of bumping it right back towards the hole. Two's got some predictability just like in easy. You got the same dot on the ground. I'm going kind of to the left of it. This is a little farther to the left and it goes straight to the hole rather than bank back. I do like the bank back because it's a little more forgiving at the top. It gives you a little more space so it won't run down the hill. And so you can also look at that line right there as far as a line to go straight to the hole if one prefers that. So if, you know, right-handed, left-handed, want to go to the right side, looking at the dot next to the wall, there's that same little dot over, just like I mentioned in easy, but you're going kind of halfway between them, and that's a line straight to the hole. Oh, 3. A lot of putting and praying. So the line to go to that second arch. See that larger swath of light color right there? I'm just kind of aiming towards the middle of that. And I'm just showing this like where I'm doing this over and over. Oh man, the pacing just changes everything it can hit. It definitely can go wrong, as can so many things in this course. But this is the most reliable thing I'm finding. Now for the third arch, I went kind of past that. I don't recommend trying this one really just because it's so much riskier, but I'm just showing it does have a line that'll do it. Now the ace, of course, was a little funny, and so I do still show where it hit. I shouldn't say where I was, as if I was doing it on purpose. I'm just trying to get it back there. So here's some aces. That's where they were landing, but the middle of that is a little safer just to kind of hopefully get it in the area like this one. And the nice little tees drop there at the end. So painful. Get in there. Just for funsies, of course, because no one's ever doing that anywhere for any reason. Now 4, I do love this approach. Right there where the yellow turns to red, you can't hit it too hard. But if you hit that nice and kind of gentle, it'll pop right over to the other side. And I'm showing 2 of these eagles because one goes to the back and banks back, and then the other one catches the hill on the blue on the other side. So it's just, again, that pacing is going to change where it goes, but it's got some forgiveness worked into it. For the ace. Yeah, the only way that thing was kind of getting up the hill, it's got to come back with more force. And that meant sending it out. Catch something, come back. That ace did go right over a big dot that's on the floor, but honestly, how helpful is that? It's just not. So on 5, just past the white section into the blue, definitely what I'm doing in game. And look at how many different ways it'll drop in the hole. It did go just before the white ended at one point, but talk about a lucky bounce back. All right, well, there is a nice dot on the floor. If one is interested, you could go right over that. It does feel like a little bit of a near miss on that point. So there's the dot. And this, yeah, that's just useless. Ah, kind of rolling around the wall there. On 6, can't really recommend going straight for it because it likes to go right out of the room.
Way to go.
Wait, play it again, quick. Emergency.
What? Isn't that amazing?
So right there, before the floor starts to incline up there, it will bounce it over and put it back in that corner. And that corner is really good at rolling it back into the hole because of the angle. So you just aim for that, it comes back around, and that tends to dump it in the hole. And I'm just showing this because you can go in there and practice and do this and see that it will do this over and over and over. Like, this is one of those where I'm pretty much always going to try this in game. Definitely had to go for it. The dunk's so nice. Let's do it twice. Okay, 7. So we're just hoping to get it up there where it's going to roll back down. It'd be really nice if we could get it in 2. The pacing on this one, tough just because you don't want it to come back at you. So this is the safer route to kind of get it in the area, and you hope it doesn't bounce out the back. Now the ace, if you can learn a spot there, there's not a dot or anything, but you're hitting it to the left to come off that red block that's over there to the right. And then if you hit it with the right pacing, it'll catch the stairs and drop you in the section. All right, 8. Now 8, this one's not too bad. Put it in the second one, and that tends to knock it into the third track. And then that third track, as long as your pacing is good, because there's no back on this thing, it'll just put it right in the hole. And this one, I actually had it on the inner circle. I was curious if it could be done. That does not happen as commonly. 9 also has another really great path to work with. So see those 2 dots there over the one that's on the far left? Hit it pretty good. Send it on around. See what I mean? Like, did it several times. It's just a really nice, consistent line. And there it is. There's 2 dots. Go over the one closest to the wall, and it just takes you right through all your obstacles. That one banked back. All right, so you want to get kind of high up on that red hill, but not so high you go off the back. That's going to give you enough oomph that it's going to actually get down into the blue area. Yeah, that ace kind of had to go off the red beam up there. It seemed to me the far side of the red beam was more likely to drop me back in the area. Hard to say. All right, on 11. Oh, this one drives me a little crazy. So this is where I'm going to try to get that diagonal in one shot. And was able to ace that without too much trouble. But there's that blue cube, and I go in there and it'll jump right over the corner of that. I'm gonna have to practice a little more because I go in game and so far I've not been able to get it to jump over that blue cube. So there's probably something I'm pacing I haven't quite nailed down yet. Definitely worth looking into. Here's your friendly reminder to hold that trigger. Weird things can happen. All right, so this is a par 5. Here's some ideas about birdies. Get it in 4, so you could drop it on that staircase, maybe get somewhere here in the blue. Hit in that area, you could cross the red, come back. Now you're in this blue area, and you'll be able to just drop it gently off the edge because you don't want to bounce off in the water. So instead of maybe trying to trap it in the stairwell, which I like, you can always try to gentle roll it down there, then get it into the red section. And once you're here, try to bounce it back from the blue and below. But I find that a more difficult putt to figure out. It goes wrong more often for me. All right, for an eagle though, try to do it in 3. Maybe here's some ideas. Just something, trying to get it down the blue. So now I'm in that red area with a better angle and find a way to bank that around, drop it below. So here I'm going to the corner over there because that wall's got an angle to it. That also brought it down the blue stairs. Obviously, I'm not saying any of this is terribly consistent, but I made sure I could do it a few times. Yet again, I've got a better angle from the red area to get it over the blue and down below. Of course, you can always gently get it into that first yellow area and then do like you do in easy and just try to bounce it down below. If I'm trying to go for an eagle, honestly, that's probably what I'm doing. This stuff here, good chance it's just useless. I was able to do it quite a bit, but man, it's not consistent. Just some thoughts about how can you get it in the bottom section. I just know there's some people more talented than I, and maybe they can make that magic work. Okay, the ace, because yeah, this one took longer than everything else put together. There it is, went off the window corner to get a beautiful straight line. I'd spent most of my time trying to go off the brown planter, and I got close a number of times, but I was like, man, if I could get that window corner, that'd be so pretty and clean. All right, 13. If you go off the wall to the left, that might come back with enough speed to do this and angle you to a nice shot. But I love to go towards that corner. Now that angles you back up towards the hole. Weirder ways you could go for a birdie. Things I don't recommend. But either way, you've got to love a strange path. Again, aiming for the corner of the white. Can't hit it too hard or it'll go out. That one banked back. It can ace. Not the easiest thing, but it is possible. Now if you want to bank outside, just hit it a little harder and hope it comes off the yellow fence over there. That was actually the first ace I got. First thing I started going for fun before trying to really solve the course. And of course, adventurous paths, trying to use something behind me to see what would happen, but it doesn't want to get enough of an angle on it to put it back towards the hole. So here's my adventurous ace. Just popping it straight up. No, 14. Oh, dear heavens, 14. All right, so aiming like that, trying to get it towards, one of those curves, to the top of one of those curves, hoping it's going to send it in the right direction. So there's a dot on the red. And if you go right over it, this often will give you a nice line to get around the corner. So right over the red dot, getting it around, hoping it's going to get it to drop. The thing about that red dot is it's hitting just barely the other side of one of those half circles on the wall. And that's what turns it in the right direction. And it's hard to do that with anything up closer. So the red dot will send you right to the closest one you can really do that with. Now my aces, on the other hand, don't use any of that. This one was challenging enough with so many ways for it to go wrong that I'm like, I'm going to putt it a lot and kind of see where I get. This is one in game where I'm like, par, excellent, fantastic, let's call it done. All right, 15. So taking it to the left so that it'll bank back and give me a bit of a better angle to go over the hill. I haven't decided what I love best on this as an approach in game, but it's worth finding that spot on the wall and learning it. There's not a good dot for it. There's also this. Probably I go to this a little more often. You can't always just take it up towards the angled part and have it go over. The rock out there tends to be quite forgiving, and we'll send it back into play. But oh yes, let's talk about 16. So you could slow roll it into one of those circles on the side and hope that it will push it out. You're in the next section, get through to the back section, and if you can put that in the hole, it's par. Not mad about it. Now, you can aim when that lines up for the upper side of it. So it's kind of lining up with the wall. That means you're less likely to have something horrible happen right there. See, I'm doing it yellow-red, showing back and forth right towards the top of it when it lines up. And that way it'll stay in the middle. If you get in the middle, you got a chance at something like that. Well, hopefully something better than that. Because there's so many ways this thing likes to push the ball out there and it'll stop right next to the hole. Why are you like this? All right, yes, it can be done. So getting in the middle, getting up there, give me that par, I'm okay. So let's say we'd like to get the ball a little further. There's always luck. Some of these things where it's like, you're watching all these things spinning, how in the heck do I calculate anything here useful? And you hope something like this is going to happen and just get you in the area. But guys, I got to kind of looking at this. There is something we can do. Just get two of them aligned. See this? I'm right-handed, so yellow and blue, I want them lined up. Now watch this. It's going to go around. One, the yellow is lining up twice. Here comes the yellow again lining up 3 times, and watch on the 4th. There we are. Every 4th turn, those two line up. And that means you've got a better chance at getting all the way through. So it lines up, and you can try to sneak it through the opening. Now here's an ace doing that. So it can be aced from the floor if you can get it through when those are aligned and giving you the wide opening, and then hopefully it'll catch the back of that black thing, and that will keep it in play. Just for funsies, a tap back ace, doing something crazy as I am wont to do. We can always tap it back so that it pops way up and drop it down in the hole. This one pops up so nicely back there. This is the very first ace I got is this. Had to have it. Heck yeah. First time I saw it, I'm like, and this is how we shall proceed. This is a thing of beauty. But absolutely, it's going out. Like, in game, why would you? Like, it's bye-bye, see ya. It was nice knowing you. All right, so it will drop in so many ways. Are any of them predictable? Who can say? But that's what I'm doing in game. I'm just going through the opening that they have provided and hoping something magical happens. My best advice here is don't hit it too hard because it will come right back out of there and right back to you. So here's just a couple of crazy things that happened, just to see if any of these other ways had any usefulness to them. Not really. I'm sure there's something beautiful that can happen over there with some consistency, but I'm not sure what it is. So I will still be doing this until further notice. Ah, good old 18. So 18. I like to, try to get the ball down there. I'm aiming off center when they're up on my end. So when those things are up on my end, there I go. Try to get it to go down there, and that way it's riding that curve a little bit, and hopefully it'll stay and give me something like this that I can work with in the back.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was beautiful. Hang on. It's too bad it was a double bogey the first time I played this course, but it was a pretty recovery.
All right, aces. So got one doing the standard approach. The first one I did this. Just went off the side over there and tried to skip that thing altogether. And for the third one, using the circle off the side, just trying to see if I could change up the angle on it a little bit. Alright guys, oh my gosh, this video was insane to put together. I really hope it helps people out. Absolutely. Please like and comment if you can. It makes such a difference. Thank you.